Hiya. As a network engineering student, I went through many topics. Some of them were easy, and some of them were very difficult for me. Today, in my reflection video, I will talk about the hardest bit I found, which is Python. So, start learning Python with Keith, which is he's a perfect teacher. I always find error in my code, so every time I don't understand the code, every time I don't understand what this could mean, so I focus always and I try to understand what's that mean. So Python, I think, is my hardest part I go through. So, for example, the code, when he give us code and he says, right, what does that mean? I'm struggling with this part. I'm always struggling to know which code is mean that, which code is mean this. So I realize I am very behind with Python. I'm always trying my best. I don't know, I just find it hard because I don't understand what actually the code is mean, the language. Even you need to read it from right to left, not from left to right. Just too many things make it very hard for myself. So I want to link in and learn, and I start courses called Learning Python, which is 3 hours and 5 minutes, just to get in improve, just to start understand what is going on. Every time Keith he give us a code or something, I always find error in my code, so I ask him for help. Sometimes I copy the code exactly like how it is, but still not working. So last time in my assignment, he asked the assignment asked us to do two coding, one for clients and one for a customer or server, sorry. So every time I type the code and I save it, just show me error. I don't really know what is the error, why. So I start searching. I know what is the code is mean for a server, what is the code is mean for client. So if I don't Google it, I wouldn't know it, because it's very hard to know this mark or this thing or this word or this, what is the exactly mean for it. So I'm keep going on with the coding, the Python, just to more understand, more knowledge. As I mentioned before, I start looking in LinkedIn and learn, which is small courses, small videos, explain sometimes, show me sometimes. So I go here, for example, list and loops. A list is what sound like a list of numbers, characters, or even strings. For example, we would direct a blank new list. So my list equal. So what does equal mean? I don't really know. So every time I seen a code or every time I seen a word, I need to Google it, or I need to just do my own research just to know what does that mean. So even he says we can also create a list with item, which is much more useful. So my list equal James, Jane, Marcus. So I think he says in here my list. So this is the list. He give a list and he give a names, and we can access an item for a list by using an index my list. So the code says my list equal James, Marcus, and Jane. Print my list 2. So I'm trying my best just to understand what is the codes mean, and why why is that code, why is not something else, for example, or why I have to use this code, or why I have to use this word. So yeah, this is my hardest topic I find in uni right now, and I'm always trying to improve. I always try to understand. I always focus with Keith in the classroom when he explained to us. I'm always open my eyes just to know what does that mean and what does that mean. Sometimes I'm really struggling to understand. Uh, I, this is uh, my hardest bit. I'm honestly. So always back to canvas to check with example. Always back to our classroom to check, to make sure I'm doing right, because I'm always scared if I do any error or any code or anything is any mistake, any small mistake. The problem with Python, any small mistake, you need to redo it again, and it's very hard to check to find where's the mistake you did. So sometimes I just copy whatever I been given to make a code, and I still find error. Sometimes I just ask my friend or my colleague or the teacher, but I'm still struggling with it. I'm trying to deep knowledge about it and deep learning about Python and about coding, but I just don't like it. Honestly, I'm struggling with it, and I can't understand it. It's bad to say that, but this is the truth. I mean, I'm always find it hard. I'm always try to improve myself. Even I start thinking to every time I got extra time or spare time, I just keep looking at the code. I even sometimes I just search it or Google it. What does that mean? What does that mean? I open YouTube videos every time to ask about Python, to know about Python more and more and more, and to learn about Python, because I believe we're gonna use it after we finish our uni and we start industry, we start our job. We're gonna use it. I know that. In fact, uh, I know we're gonna use it for our job. This is why I'm really want to learn about it. I want to. I would love to learn. I love to understand what everything's mean. So in the end, I keep trying. I keep trying. I keep trying. As I mentioned before, I'm doing courses through LinkedIn Learn, learning Python, for example, which uh, is good to know about Python, learning about Python. Uh, he says another one. He says Python for non-programmers, which is that is help as well. I quite like it. It's only 2 hours anyway, but it's still good for me. Still helping me out to understand Python and to know about Python. Yeah, this is my reflection video. So I decided today to talk about almost the thing I found is really hard for myself is Python, and I'm trying to improve it, and always in the classroom or at home or anytime, everywhere. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. Just my weakness point and difficult point is a Python, and I'm just trying to improve it. I'm trying to know about it more and more and more. I'm trying to understand the code. I'm trying to understand each word what it mean. I'm trying to read the code, which is should be from right to left, not like as usual from left to right. You need to read the code from left, from right to left. So this is confused me as well, which is usually read from left to right. So everything just have a meaning, has a meaning. Everything's in Python has a meaning. So I'm trying to know what each code or each word is mean. So this is, I think this is why it's hard and make it hard. Not just for me, I think for everybody, because it's a different languages and coding and everything has to be right. Otherwise all your code or all your program is broken. It's not even, it's always error, 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 error. So I hope you understand me, and I hope you know what I'm about, and what is my point, and uh, what I'm trying to do to learn more about Python and to get more skills as well about Python, which is help me in industry when I finish and when I find job. Because definitely I know fact we're gonna use it in the future. This is why I'm trying to do more and more and more, and just deep learning with Python. And that's it. Thank you so much.